Hello everyone, myself Tulasi Krishna Sajja, working as an assistant professor in CSE department of Vignans deemed to be University. Today we are going to discuss about the data structure introduction. So what is data structures? So here data means, so what type of data we are working with in computers. So here we are working with numericals, characters, or combination of alphanumericals and some symbols. Everything comes under the data. So that data is organized in a correct manner or structuring manner. We are called it as data structures. The correct definition of the data structure is organizing the or structuring the data in the computer in a correct manner. That is called the data structure. So what is the use of arranging the data in correct order? Because of we are effectively collect the data from the computer. That's why we are using the data structures. So what are the applications using for this data structures? So by using these applications, we are arranging our data in a correct manner. Those are arrays, stacks, queues, searchings, sortings, linked list. So by using these applications, we are arranging our data in a meaningful way. Okay. So now see here, the data structure is classified into two ways. One is linear way, another one is non-linear way. So what about linear way? Linear way means the data is arranging in a sequential manner. There is no deviations from the data. So that type of linear arrangement comes under the classification of linear data structure. If the data is arranged in a non-linear pattern, so that type of examples are trees and graphs. Coming to the linear type of data structure, arrays is one example, stacks, queues, linked list. So already we discussed about the arrays. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the stacks. So now what is the meaning of stack? How the data is arranged? See here, the stack is a linear type of data structure. So linear type means compulsory the data is in a sequential manner. So see here, if the data is present either horizontal way or either vertical way, any way we can collect the data in sequential manner. That type of representation we are called it as a linear data structures. Say this stacks. In this stack, the data elements are placed on top of one by one. Okay. So this type of arrangement we are called it as a stack. Okay. So the stack means we are arranging the data on top of the one by one element. So the insertions and deletions may happen within the one way. So this type of insertions and deletions may happen in one way. So that way we are called it as top. The variable named it as top. That is called top of the stack. Where the element is present, that indicates with the top variable. So now see here, the insertion may take by this end, that is called push. If the element is insert into the stack, that operation is called as push. This is called a technical name of the insertion. So if the deletions also may happen by the same end, there is no two ends, only one end, the insertions or push may happen on that end and deletions also may happen from that end. That name is referred as pop. Okay, the technical name of the deletions from this stack is called pop. Okay, so the insertions done by the push operation, the deletions done by the pop operation. Okay, the element wherever present in the stack, that is represented by the top variable. So this is about the stack definition. Okay, so now see here any item is removed from this end and any item is inserted from the same end. There is no two ends. So the insertions may also happen in one end and the deletions also happen with one end only. Okay, see here, this is the examples of the stack. The first example is stack of books. Here the books are placed from bottom to top. Okay, if suppose the first book is placed, how the second book is placed? On top of the first book. Okay, if you want to delete the book, which book is deleted from the stack of books? The top book. Whatever the book inserted last, that book is taken out first. Okay, so now see here the second example, a box of tennis balls. So here one end is closed. Okay, so if we inserted a ball into the sequential order, if you want to remove any ball from this list, compulsory you have to remove the last inserted ball first. Okay, so now coming to another example, a stack of plates like books. So one plate after you have to insert another plate likewise. If you want to delete any plate from the stack, compulsory you have to remove the top plate first. Then only the removal of remaining plates may happen. Okay. Next, a stack of rings. The same principle applicable for the stack of rings also. So here the stack of chairs. The chairs are arranged in a linear order. So these are some of the real-time examples we observed for the stack. See here now. Here this is one cylinder. Okay. So in that cylinder, first we inserted a red ball. So the red ball is entered first. After that, we inserted a yellow ball. The yellow ball is placed on top of the red ball only. After that, the blue ball will inserted. Okay. So now this blue ball is entered last. Is it right or not? Okay. Now I want to remove the balls. How the balls will remove? Which ball is comes first? Whatever the ball is inserted last, that ball is comes out first. Is it right? So whatever the element is placed or object is placed last, that object is comes out first. Are you clear? So after that yellow ball will remove, after that red ball will remove. So now this is called the principle where the stack is operated. That principle we are called it as last in, first out. Shortly we are called it as LIFO, LIFO. Means whatever the element last inserted, that element comes first. Clear? So what is the principle we are used for stack? Last in, first out. Shortly we are called it as LIFO. L-I-F-O. Okay. So based on this principle, the stack is working. Okay. Now see here. In computer, how we are going to represent a stack of data. Okay. So two ways we are going to represent data into the stack. One is linked list, another one is array. So now coming to the array representation of stack. Till now, the stack is built in vertical way. So now the first element is placed in as 12. The last element is 10. So wherever the last element is inserted, the top variable is pointing to that value only. Okay, whatever the last element placed in the stack, that element is pointed by the variable top. Okay, so here the top is placed at or pointing at 10. That stack is now representing with arrays. See here, the value 12 comes here, first position. Because which value is inserted first? 12. So that 12 is represented in 0th index. After that, next element. After that, next element. After that, next element. So likewise, all the remaining elements are represented from stack to array. So this is the conversion from stack to array. Now how it is operated means how the stack data is arranging into the array. If we want to insert any value into this array, or if we want to delete or pop any element from the array, how it will be operated. So those are comes under the operations on stack. Now our stack is represented with array. Okay. So what operations we are going to do on this stack? So coming to stack operations, we are having 3 operations. What are those 3 operations? One is push. Push means what I said before. The push is used for inserting or adding an element to the stack. Okay, that is the push operation. Pop means the element is deleted or pop from the stack. That is called pop operation. So coming to third one, peek or display means whatever the elements remaining into the stack, those elements are going to display. That display operation we are called it as peek or display. Okay. Now coming to one simple scenario. Here how the elements are inserted into the stack and how the elements are removed from the stack. So that is represented with one simple scenario. Push means inserting or throwing. So throw an element into the stack, that is called insert an element. Or pop means it is pulling out, means remove the element from the stack. So now coming to the push operation. Before going to this push operation, how the push operation is works. So that is explained with the help of a simple algorithm. So now see, push operation is used for what? Inserting an element into the stack. Is it right? If you want to insert any element into the stack, first what we have to do? So first we have to know is the stack is empty or we are having any place to insert another element or not. So that is the first condition. For that condition, check whether that stack is full or not. If it is full, is the insertion may happen? No, because stack is already full. There is no place to insert an element. So that's why if it is full, then display stack is full. No need to or no insertion is possible. Okay, if stack is full, what happened? There is no chance to insert an element into the stack. So if suppose stack is not full, is it possible to insert an element into the stack? Yes, because stack is not full. Okay, so that time what happened? If suppose a person is standing, okay, so if you are available to make him sit, what happened first? First, you are creating a chair for him, yes or no? So that chair is called it as place for the inserting an element. Okay, so here that represents a chair. Okay, in our stack, that means we are arranging a place for the stack element. Okay, after that only if you are placed a person to make him sit on the chair, yes or no? So likewise, then only the value is added to that place. First, if stack is not full, then you are incrementing your top first. Okay, so then you are creating a place for the element. Then this stack of top is assigned with a value. Then only the insertion may happen. Okay, so that is about the third step. So in third step, it tells us first increment your top first, then in the top position we are inserting an element. Okay, so now let us see this algorithm in a simple example. See here, int stack of 5. What is the size of array here? What is the size? 5. 5 is the size. See here. Now this is the array. Name stack. Here in example I use the array name as stack. Okay. So now this stack is indexed with 0 to 4 because total size is 5. 0 to 4 means 5 elements are included. So now see here, the last element is inserted here. So the top is pointing to this one. Now see, stack array size or stack size is n here, means 5. The last element index is 5 minus 1, that is 4. That is pointed by the top. Is it clear? So now this array is full or not as per the declaration statement. Total 5 elements are there. All 5 elements are included. Okay, up to clear? Now coming to the first step of the algorithm. What the first step says here? Check whether stack is full. How we have to check? If the top is equals to n minus 1. In this case, what is n minus 1? 4. So what is top pointing here? 4th index. So 4 equals to 4 means the condition is true. If the condition is true means the stack is full only. So is it possible to insert another element into this stack? No, in this case. Okay. So that's why if this stack is full, then displays the stack is full and insertion is not possible here. So this is called overflow. Overflow. So there is no chance to insert. Okay. So now see here, next step. If our stack, so this is our stack. So is there any elements are inserted? No, because our stack is empty. Okay. So now see here. Initially, where the top? There is no element. Okay. So that's why initially the top is set to -1. Because after incrementing the top is pointing to 0 for the first time. Because our array index starts at 0. So that's why we have to made our top initially at -1. Okay. See here. If it is not full, means the stack is empty, then increment top value by 1. First, we have to create a place for the element first. Okay. For that purpose, we are incrementing our top first. And set stack top to the value. Okay, first let us increment the top first. See here. So initially the top is -1. Now the top is at 0. Because -1 incrementing by 1. So what is the value? 0. So now the top is at 0th position. Now what happened? What is the next one? Set stack top to a value. See here. The stack top is assigned with one value. This is our entered value. User may enter any value. Okay. That value is assigned to stack top. What is the top now? 0. Means stack of 0 is assigned with 12. Now this 12 is moved to top 0 position. See here. The 12 value is placed at first position. Again I want to insert the another value into the stack. It checks for the first point whether the stack is full or not. No. Okay. First point is failed. So now again it comes to the third point. Again if it is not full, yes, the condition is true. So then increment top value by 1 again. So now it is at 0. Again if you want to increment our top value, what is the top value now? 1. See here. Again stack of top is assigned with a value. So again it assigns with a value 6. Now this 6 is moved to the second position. The same process is repeated up to the stack full. Okay. See here. Again the top is incremented. Now the top is 2. Again a value is set to stack of top. Now this value is moved to second location of the top. Okay. Again the same process. Again top is incremented. Again stack of top is assigned with a new value. That new value is placed to the top position. Okay. So again top is incremented to next location. Stack top value is assigned with a new value. That value is placed to the next one. Again the top is incremented. So what is the top value again? Again the top value is 5. So is it matched with top equals to n minus 1? Again it checks the first condition now. So what is the top value now? 5. is equals to 4. Is it true? No, this condition is failed. So now it comes out of the entire push operation because already the stack is full. Okay, this is the push operation. So now first we have to check whether the stack is full or not with the help of top n minus 1 statement. Okay, so after that, if the stack is full, then it displays there is no more chance to insert an element. Then if the stack is not full, what happened? Increment the top first means arranging a place for the element. That is called increment the top. After that, insert your element at top position. Okay, so that is tells about the push operation. So now coming to the second operation of the stack, that is pop operation. Okay, so let us see the algorithm first. What we are going to see here, in case of push operation, what we are seeing there, whether the stack is full or not. But here, if you want to remove the elements from the stack, so we need to take care here about whether the stack is empty or not. If stack is empty, what we are going to remove? Nothing is there. Yes or no? So, in this case, if stack is empty, means the top is minus 1 position. Yes or no? So, if the top is at minus 1 position, there is no elements in the stack. In that case, so are you operating the pop operation? Remove operation? No. So, in the empty case, deletion is not possible. Okay. If it is not the case, means the stack having some elements or full of elements, anything. Okay. Then that case, what we are going to operate? Suppose the stack having 2 elements. Let's say 3 and 4. Okay. So now first the top is pointing to here. First position. This is 0 position. This is first position. First, we are moving the element first. Okay. So now we are remove this element first and then decrement your top. Then this top is pointing to next position. Okay. So that says the next one. See here. Stack of top is delete first. Means this element is going to take out first. Then decrement your top. Top minus minus. This is the measure point in pop operation. If the stack is empty, no problem. Simply we can say that deletion is not possible. If stack is having any elements, then we have to remove the element first, then decrement the top. Okay. See first. So in this case, our stack is empty. There is no elements in the stack. So the top is at minus 1 position. So now top is at minus 1 position. Check first whether the top is at any position or it is minus 1. If it is minus 1 means there is no elements in the stack. So then immediately we can say that stack is empty, deletion is not possible. Okay. If not, means third step. If it is not empty, so we are having full of elements. Because already we inserted full of elements with push operation. Yes or no? So see that case. So in that case, the top is placed at the time at last element. Is it right? So now the top is at 4th position. So how we are going to delete an element from the stack. Now this element is assigned with a stack of top. Okay. So first remove this element from the stack. After that, decrement your top. First I removed a stack of top element. Okay. So then what we are going to do next? Decrement your top one position. Top minus minus. So now top is at third position. Again, this value is deleted from the stack first. So that is assigned with stack of top. So now again decrement your top. Top is decremented. So now top is pointing to second location. Means 34th element. So now that 34th element is assigned with stack top. Now top is decrementing by one position. So now top is at 1. Now again the stack of top is assigned with that 6th value. So the 6 is removed from the stack. So now top value is decrementing. Again now the top value is decremented by one position, that is 0. So now again that value is taken out from the stack. So that is stack of top is assigned with that number. Now top is decremented by one position. Now top is at minus one position again. So now again it checks for the whether stack is empty or not. Every time it checks whether the stack is empty or not. Okay, if it is true, then it says the stack is empty, there is no possible deletion. If it is not, then it will remove the elements from the stack. I summarize the again pop operation. First, whether you need to check whether the stack is empty or not. Empty means the top is pointing to minus one position. Okay, if it is at minus one position, there is no elements in the list. So simply we can say that no possible deletion happened with this stack. Okay, otherwise first remove the element from the stack, then only clear the top position to minus 1. Okay, so this is about pop operation. So now coming to display operation. If whatever the operations you want perform, so either push or pop operation. After that, I want to see my elements on the stack. For that purpose, you are going to use display operation. Okay, so for this display operation also, you need to check whether the stack is empty or not. Because if the stack is empty, what we are going to see? Nothing. So that's why we have to check whether the stack is empty or not. If it is empty, then simply we can say that no elements present in the stack. Because stack is empty. So for that purpose we need to check this condition first. If it is not empty, then we can display the elements. Okay. So for that purpose what we are going to do? So that is explained with a simple example like previous. See here, in this display function, first we have to declare a simple variable I. So that I is first set to your top. So whatever the last element in the stack, that is anyway pointed by the top. Already we know. So that top value is assigned with your newly created variable I. Okay. So now what I is pointing? What is the top element? Okay. So now I is at index 4. Okay, first time. As per the third step, see here. Define a variable I, let us say. Okay. So initialized with top. Already we initialized. No problem. After that, display stack of I value. What is stack of I now? Stack of I. What is I here? Means stack of 4. What is stack of 4 element? 75. Is it right? So that value is going to display. See here, that value is display. So after displaying this value, now again the I value is going to decrement. Is it right or not? Because the next value present at less position of the top. That's why we need to decrement our I or top. See, again the I value is decremented by 1. Now this is going to display. Again, you need to check whether the stack is empty or not. Again, no. So, again, we need to decrement our I value. That value is going to display. Then the I value is decremented by 1. Again, that value is going to display. And again, the I value is decremented by 1. Then that value is going to display. Again, the I value is going to less. So now if I value is becomes to -1, so it is empty, no problem. But this step is repeated up to the value is becomes 0. Becomes 0 means that is pointing to the first element. So up to first element we need to show, no problem. So after that we need not check about whether the stack is empty or not. Automatically it is set to -1. No problem for us. But we have to display our values up to 0 only. No need to bother about whether it is -1 or not. Okay. Because the first element is starts at 0 position. Up to that only we have to present or display the values. Okay. So that's why repeat those steps, before steps means this value is going to display, this value is going to display. So this procedure is repeated up to 0. I value becomes 0. So now it is the time to take some assignment questions for better understanding of this concept. See here, define stack, definition of this stack. Next, what are the various operations present in the stack? So what are the operations are there? Push, pop and display. Explain those operations and explain the terminology. So in stack we are having technical terminology: push, pop, peak, underflow and overflow. So explain about these terminology. Then we can easily move up with this stack concept. Next, write a C program about stack with all the operations. Means 3 operations. Okay. So take these assignment questions. Thank you.